Alright everybody, I'm going to do a quick video. What is this knife? We've seen this several times on this channel. This is the Cold Steel Colossus, and it's awesome, and it's beastly. And this is not the knife we're reviewing today. However, we will be reviewing and kind of comparing its chunky Asian cousin. Yes sir, look at that. The Big Head Dogleg Knife out of China. So what we'll do is we'll get into it real quick, check it out, and do a quick comparison. I'm not going to, well, I chopped into a brisket with this one, but I'm not going to chop into anything. I would, but I sold this knife to a buddy of mine, so I don't want to kung fu into it too much. But you can see the similarities, obviously, and especially from the side. So let's get into it real quick. At 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of 5. So you're getting like 3 less CR, 15 MOV steel. So I've never even heard of 5. See, you know, there we go. 5 CR, 15 MOV. I just had a brain seizure right there. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. Okay, so you look at the shape of the knife. It's got that cool shape to it, just like this knife does. Across the back, though, it's significantly thicker. And you can tell that through the lock. You can tell that through the handle. So, and I don't know what kind of washers this uses. I was going to open it up, but again, this isn't my knife. However, if you look, I don't think there are any washers in this thing. I think it's just steel on steel and hope to heavens that it keeps opening on you. Because there is no space between the steel that I can see and the knife. Can you see in there? Can you see any space? It's just like you loosen up the pivot and hope it just keeps grinding there. I mean, look at the wear it's putting on there. You see the wear it's putting on the blade there? So there you go on that. So there's no washers, but it's locked up nicely. There's no blade play. This back lock was pretty strong. Like I said, didn't do any spine whacking or anything. And it's funny, it feels good in hand. It actually fills the hand better than the Colossus does. So it's more hefty, so it fills your hand better. But you get this one in hand and it's just lighter and it just feels a little bit easier to use. Still got that back grip if you needed to chop something, I suppose. I don't know how much I would trust it. I'll let the guy who bought this tell me about it. Obviously there's no steel liners in it, and this is G10 and this is micarta supposedly, and it's a lot thicker. Even the scales are thicker without the liners, but with the liners they're much thicker. And then with the thicker lock bar here, it's even that much thicker. So check that out. They're pretty even in length. This one's a little bit longer, and like I said, it doesn't open at all with the flip. I don't think you can flick it open not very easily, but it is kind of cool if you don't mind the heft of it. Let's check how much this thing weighs real quick. Let me find my scale. Alright, let's look at this thing real quick. Turn it on. Well, let's check out how much this thing weighs first so we can kind of compare it. Alright, so we're looking at this. 200 grams with this tail, so let's just say 200 straight up there. And 7.2 ounces, so let's just say 7.15 or something. 7.1. Let's see what this beast is. Holy cow. 11.6 and 329 grams. So there you go. You can tell the heft difference. You can tell the weight difference. And there's a quality difference, obviously. This one's smooth. This one's not. But there you go. There's also a price tag difference. You can get this one for about 26 bucks from China. And then this one's going to cost you probably about, well, I'm not going to tell you how much it is, but it's going to cost you considerably more. So you got to make a call there. And if you're not into clones, you know, I don't think you're ever going to buy this one thinking it's this one. So I'm not sure this is a clone as much as it's kind of a homage, like a chunky homage. It's like that Marilyn Monroe impersonator that's at the fair, and maybe she had one too many Twinkies. And you know, she kind of looks like Marilyn if you squint your eyes and don't really look that closely. Maybe you had a few of the margaritas over at the fried Snicker booth. Okay, I'm losing it. But anyways, I don't think you're going to confuse one for the other. So the clone police out there, I'm not pushing this off to go buy this Colossus clone. You're not going to think this is a Colossus, obviously. Alright, I'm going to send this on. This is kind of a quick video. I just wanted to do this real quick because I got this knife to do a review on, and then I had an opportunity to send it to somebody else who's going to like it. So like here, subscribe here, let me know what you think about this knife here. Get over to Facebook, we're doing some really cool stuff over there. And I think that's it. I will talk to you later. Hey folks, this is the second part of the brisket text, and you'll notice this is in a different video. But this is connected to the Tops Kumatakri brisket. And I've sold this knife, and I asked the guy if I could do a brisket test. He said, cool, go ahead. What is that? Is that the Colossus? No, you know what this video is about. This is a comparison between the Colossus and this horrible monster here. This is the big head dogleg knife from China. Yeah, that's what it is. We're just going to see if it slices and dices and what it can do. It's a really hefty knife, but I'm going to talk to you about that at the table. All right, here we go. Let's see right here. I don't have a big head. Ooh. Your mom is a dog leg. Oh, went to the same side. Your mom is a dog leg. Oh, right there. Oh, man. All right, I'll tell you what. This might be a knockoff knife, but those aren't knockoff feelings it is inducing in this brisket. Check that out. Hey, while we're at it, let's trim some of this off. We'll trim a little bit more off. See how this thing trims up. Trims up nicely. If you're watching this, I am going to clean this thoroughly so you don't have to worry about brisket germs in your blade. I'll take care of that. I appreciate you letting me use it for this video. But, you know, it's got a decent slicing to it. All right, there you go. Tops big head dog leg knife. And we'll go back to the table.